Where do I start? Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are and where we come from. So who are you and where'd you come from?
My name is Hughie Legget and I'm from Coolock.
And we're joined by...
Natalie from the court.
So I'm really, really excited about this one because this is a long time coming. Hughie and I are friends. We were actually in the same class together. Do you remember that?
Yeah, when we were, I think before our communion, because I was kept back. And only reason I was kept back because I was young.
No, babe.
I was.
No.
Because I was... Yeah, I was.
You are also bold.
You know, well, no, I was a bold child, but you know the way, like, you have to be born in a certain month before you can be in that year. So I was born in August and I started school in September.
Right.
Does that mean Paul was kept back as well?
Yeah, we were both kept back.
We're just checking.
They're fucking twins.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we were both kept back for that reason. But no, that was the reason you were kept back, is because if I was born in May or something, like June or something with you, I would have been stayed in that year.
The first memory I have, and we're going to talk because...
Oh, I can't wait.
Hughie is, and Stephen is partners here as well.
Husband
is here as well. So Hughie has been living in the States how long?
I first went over in 2010 for a year, and then legally 11 years. 11 years now.
And I haven't seen you in how long?
11 years.
No,
it's not that
no,
long.
it's not that.
No way.
It's definitely not that. No, piss off. How long are you and him married? Give over.
Oh yeah, the wedding. I forgot you were there.
I wasn't at the wedding. I couldn't make it.
Oh, were you?
No, but you were, like, I seen you, but I couldn't do the wedding.
10 years.
Yeah. You're 11 years married this year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's 11 years
11
since
years,
we
11. Yeah.
Oh my God. And he walked up the garden path and I squealed. But my first memory of Hughie is you and Paul in the classroom and there was murder and you ran out of the classroom and ran home.
We Ghostbuster glasses.
I didn't have them until I was in 4th class.
Oh, sorry.
So Rebecca was in 5th.
Yeah. But do you know what I want to know? How did you two meet?
I don't even know. I think it was just in school.
Yeah, through school.
Because I was, we grew up in... What time did you go? What age did you go over to the big school at?
That's
was it like 11?
When you're in 4th class, so like it's...
You moved from primary to the...
Senior.
Yeah.
5 or 6, would you be?
But her class was always next to my class.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had Miss Groves and you had Mr. What was that teacher's name? The glasses.
I had Mr. King.
Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
So that's how long you know each other?
No, just since we're kids. Like.
Yeah, since in primary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know him first.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I never knew that. I thought this was a teenage thing.
No, we were. Yeah.
No, we were very young.
Yeah.
So you come from a big family.
Yeah,
How many
I do.
of his sister?
I have 6 sisters and 4 brothers.
And you're a twin.
And I'm a twin. I have 2 sets of twins, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Oh my God.
And my twin brother has twins.
Is he the only one with twins?
Yeah, he's the only one with twins.
What was it like growing up?
I was great.
Was it?
Yeah, it was great. I
Yeah.
like with a single mother, I can't complain with everything that I had.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the best childhood, you know. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I had
Everything you need.
everything I needed.
Yeah.
Like my brothers and sisters are like my friends. You know what I mean? Like some people go. It was Stephen's cousin was over with us for the last few days, and she was like, "I can't believe how close you are together." She goes, "Sometimes you just don't act like brother and sister because you're so friendly."
Yeah.
I was like, "We've always been like that. Like our brothers and sisters have like arguments, you know, but it's still at the end of the day, like they would be classed as my best friends. You know,
And
I don't really have many friends, but my brothers and sisters are my friends." Oh. Wait, don't I live in America? I have no friends over there.
Well.
Oh, well, I mean over there in America. I don't mean here.
I know, but
said
Where's those
America.
tissues?
No, I meant I don't have many friends in the States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I don't, because it's very hard to make friends over
is
there.
it? How
it's
different
very
is it?
hard. It's hard. I can't even explain how hard it is. It's very hard to make friends.
Like, is it
over
not because you're not going out, or is it not socialising?
No, like when I went over there, well, don't get me wrong, like when I went over there first, I was working in a bar restaurant, so everybody that I worked with was my friends. But now that I'm living there, you know what I mean? Like all those friendships have moved on. People have gone to different states. They've got married. They've moved on. They moved, you know.
Moved back home.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody. When I lived in New Hampshire, if anybody knows New Hampshire, it's the woods basically. You know, it's not. It's hard.
And now where are you?
I'm in Florida.
The colour, yeah.
I know, I'm black.
Natalie's mad jealous. She's
I put
very
me
jealous.
tan on especially for tonight because I knew I was going to be sitting beside him.
No, I'm not, no, but I've lost it. But yeah.
How long are you there?
I'm only in Florida since February. Like, so a few months.
And the big thing is, right, for me, what's really shocking is that you're a plumber. You're a plumber.
I thought it was going to be a stripper or...
No, I have to say, and I was only, like I said, it's just like, I'm kicking myself that I've never, you know, I never did it after school or, you know, because it was actually something that I thought about when I was younger.
Yeah.
To do. But I literally kicking myself that I've never done it before, and I love it. I love every aspect of it. I love every minute of it. It's great.
And did you do an apprentice like you do here?
Yeah, I
It's
did an
the same
apprenticeship
thing?
for 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's the same deal, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
I love it. I absolutely fucking love it.
Well, let's get into growing up and what it was like, and we'll get into lots of different things. But I said to my dad the other day, this is the funniest thing, I said to my dad the other day, oh, you Legget's home. And he goes, oh, is he? How is he? And I said, he's great. And I said, do you remember when he'd come round for a cup of tea and he'd tell me to get him out of the house because my dad was so homophobic? My dad was so, he'd just be like, I think it was the fact that we'd go up to my bedroom.
Yeah.
And he'd be like having a meltdown that we were up in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's gay, it's grand.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I'm
Yeah.
okay. But for you two, it was a bit different.
Yeah.
Why, Natalie?
My nanny thought we were boyfriend girlfriend for a long time.
For
Do you remember?
years.
Yeah.
For
Like,
years.
did she?
She wouldn't see me for a long time, and she'd
Yeah.
be like,
And you're back
with
with him.
"Get back with him."
I'd be like, yeah. And you remember she'd say to you, you better treat her
Yeah.
right. You'd be like,
She's
I will, busy, I'll
yeah,
treat
all
her
the
right.
time. Yeah, she's great. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's always
Always
together
have a laugh.
for years.
Yeah, for years, for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? But you remember, like, Natalie, we wouldn't be able to find them. Like, you're divorced for answering the message.
Do you know, I was only saying this to Emma Jane the other day, right? My ma used to give out about him, right? So he'd come over and he'd be coming, hey Mary, how's it going? She'd be like, oh, how are you, son? You all right? Yeah, I'll put on the kettle. So you put on the kettle, have a cup of tea and go, I'm going out to my house for a minute because this when he was living in the course. I'll be back in a minute. I said, right, leave the door open. I wouldn't see for 3 weeks.
No, here.
That's true.
You would.
No.
Or maybe not 3 weeks,
No,
but at least 2.5.
No, when I come back for the tea, and then you wouldn't see me
then I
for 3
would see you,
weeks.
yeah. And then it got to the stage where he'd go, I'll be back in a minute, ma, be like, don't you leave that door open, Hughie Legget. I'm telling you, you're not going to see him now for a while. I'm like, I know. And then do you remember we went out for the rugby?
Yeah. Wait.
Do you remember what you done to me?
Which time?
The time that you stood me up.
No.
I'll tell you. So we had to be out for the rugby. We had to be in Crow Park. We went to, I think it was the big tree. I think it was the night that he burnt your fingers with the chips.
The big,
Right?
No, because I went home just that night. No.
the big
No,
tree.
I don't.
We were in the big tree.
We're in the big
Yeah,
tree.
we were.
Yeah, and then
Jeez, I don't remember.
we ended up getting the night link home, and I'd no keys. I had rang the house, there was no one there, so I said, in your house. And I said, Hughie, it was so funny. I was like, Hughie, my phone is gone, my phone is gone. And he was like, what? I was like, I don't know where my phone is. And he rolled over, it was stuck to his back. Do you remember? He goes, there it is. I went, oh, nice one. So then I said, right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a shower. We get changed. We'll go out and do something today. Because we used to go out and walk. We used to go out all day on a Sunday. Like, so I said, right, I'll be around for you. So came around about an hour later. Bang, bang, bang. No answer. Eyes gone back asleep. Bang, bang, bang.
I don't even remember that.
Well, I do, because I was standing at your door for ages. I was like, where is he? And then I think you had gone out with somebody. I don't know who it was.
Oh, because that's who you used to be very jealous of. His friend. Remember your ginger friend?
Derek?
Derek Knowles.
You were
Yeah.
very jealous of him.
Yeah, because you know why?
You were jealous of Derek Knowles?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
and
know
I was
why?
jealous of her because, yeah.
Because you know why? Do you
is
remember
that?
you asked me to go to a Debs with you?
No.
Yeah, oh.
I remembered.
Yeah. He said to me, because I remember this as clear as day, Derek Knowles was in the house and he started doing tragedy. He started dancing. And Derek Knowles was doing
Steps,
tragedy.
not tragedy.
Oh, yeah,
that was
that's
Steps. Yeah, sorry.
It is tragedy, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hughie was talking about, are you still coming to me, Debs? And I was like, yeah, defo, like no bother at all. I think you don't even think you brought Derek, you brought somebody else. I don't know who it was that you brought.
Wait,
You brought your other friend who we were jealous of. The one from Mophie.
Who?
The one that hung around. That
The only one I was ever jealous of was Derek. 'Cause
No.
Derek always got the attention that I wanted.
No, not
Wait.
Derek. The girl you brought her. He did.
I don't know.
Remember the girl from around the thing? Who was the two?
My Debs?
Yeah, you brought that girl. You know the girl? Oh my God.
Not Paulie.
No. So,
You?
no. So I didn't actually...
I think I'm one of these.
No, because I went with Pamela Quinn's sister
Who?
from the Tech.
Is that who I was supposed to go with you?
No. She asked, I went on her Debs with her, Pamela Quinn. You know the caretaker from the Prize Park? I don't want to say the name, but...
No.
I feel awful saying the name because I don't know, like, Finger Bob.
I thought you meant like his real name.
I don't know his real name.
Finger Bob.
I feel awful. I'm so sorry for saying that, but that's how the girls would know them. But his daughter asked me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I went, that was with the Tech, but I never went on my own. And then
Did you?
No, I'm telling you. And then Yvonne Shute, my next door neighbour, asked me to go to hers. They were the only 2 Debs I was ever at.
And I was going to bring you to mine, but you didn't bring me to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were spiteful.
And you were spiteful.
You were spiteful.
Gillian.
She brought your man from the car.
Gillian Morgan.
Gillian Morgan. That was another
I
friend.
wasn't jealous of Gillian. I was jealous of Derek. I was jealous because like every time I ring you, you're out like that. I'm with Derek. Oh.
Were you in love with him a little bit?
But you had to insert yourself. You had to insert yourself into it as well because like anytime I was going out, I'd ask you to go. You never go out, and that one time
Derek was gone.
Yeah, but that was Natalie.
I'm only messing. No.
She's not lying.
It was 30 years ago. I'm over it now.
It wasn't 30 years ago. It was about 25 years ago.
25 years ago. I'm over it.
It wasn't even 25. It was less than that. But yeah, no, you were always. I always asked you to go, but you wouldn't go out because
I know.
anytime you did go out, you couldn't handle it.
Oh, I stopped at you.
You couldn't. She couldn't handle her drink.
Still can't.
I thought you said like she couldn't handle the gay bars.
No, she couldn't handle her drink because
Oh my God.
we brought her out one
You
night.
did?
We brought her out one night.
With Fran?
Yeah.
And
Tell him.
No, I have to be honest. No, he's right.
Tell
he's
her.
dead right.
Tell me.
He brought me out to George and
No,
was
it
the
wasn't.
lounge.
It wasn't.
You
We
did?
went to the bar on just off
Hartford
Kildare Street, off Nassau Street.
Yeah.
It used to be called Republica.
Was it not Pegs or something like that?
No, it used to be called Republica downstairs. I can't remember. Just across from Trinity College. I think it was on Kildare Street or something like that. And you go downstairs into one of those basement type nightclubs. And so when one of us would go to the bar, we'd get 3 drinks. And then
Right.
the other one would go to the bar and get 3 drinks. And then the other one would go to the bar and get 3 drinks. But after that, Natalie would still have 2 full drinks in front of her. And me and Fran would only have the one because, you know, we were drinking.
Yeah.
But Natalie was trying to keep up. And she was just guzzling. But then, what was it?
brought me back to France.
No, tell the story when you went to the bathroom.
What did you do?
Remember someone's in there getting sick or something like that? You had the hair dryer or the hand dryer or something.
Was I helping them?
No, you were.
Oh, well, I was getting sick?
Yeah, you remember.
Oh, I don't remember that. I thought you were saying I was helping somebody. I was like, oh, that's me. I do help
It was
people.
like, some girl came over, she goes, some poor girl's in there getting sick.
And it was
like,
me. I would have been only about 20, wouldn't I?
Sick. You're about 20, 21. Sick
Yeah.
everywhere. And we went outside the nightclub at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she was literally sitting on the side of the bed. Literally. So that was the night you
Sounds about
couldn't
right.
find your phone.
Oh, was it? Oh, there's a few nights I couldn't find
That
my
was
phone.
the night because I
But
literally
I do
turned
remember
over
you
the phone
brought me
was
back
stuck
to
to my
France,
back.
and then you just went back to a party, and I woke up and I was like, "Where
Yeah.
am I?"
Yeah,
and
that was in
Fran's
Tower.
man came in with a cup of tea and all. And he was like, "Oh, right." I was like, "Oh,
She's a lovely
who are you?"
woman.
She's lovely, real
Lovely
nice.
woman.
And then I found out that they were at a party and they came back, and I was dying. For
So they
the
left
day.
you in this
They
house.
put me into Fran's bed, and then they went back
We
out.
had to. Poor girl couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
But you left her.
Yeah, it's in Fran's house. It's Fran's ma's house.
Yeah, no, it wasn't straight. It was Fran's family home. Like, it was grand. Like, it was all right. I woke up and got a breeze where I was.
That was so funny though. That night was
It
just
was.
hilarious. It was
Well.
very good.
We've
I don't
had
know.
mad nights. Like the...
Your house.
No.
No.
No, we have had that night. But before that, like we've had mad nights like the rugby.
Oh,
Oh, way before that.
Did we?
Way before
we
that.
would have. Yeah.
Oh, do you know a story?
Do I know it's yeah. Well,
It's a safe place. Paul's fully aware of all of my endeavours.
this is your Charlie's days.
Oh yeah, yeah. They were lethal, weren't they?
So-
Paul, is it all right if we talk about this?
Well, I mean, it's not like it's not a crazy story, but I mean, like we have stories that go back that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in your Charlie's days when you were
They were good days.
Frank.
No.
What was his name?
Martin.
Martin, the DJ.
Well, if you didn't hear that, that was Paul off mic going. But like, do you remember that's the story that I say everyone used to think that I went out with the weatherman, Martin King, because Martin King was a DJ on a Wednesday, on a Sunday, and Martin Cullen that I went out with was a DJ on a Thursday,
Right.
Yeah.
and everyone used to think that. But like, that was just such a crazy relationship, and you were there all the time. You weren't out that much with us,
No, I used to be at home with Matt and Melanie all the time.
but we did mad things back in Montfaucon.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think that weekend,
Bit off.
that same weekend. The same weekend, I was actually with somebody that lived in Montfaucon.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I only hearing about this now?
Yeah.
Really?
Who?
I think.
Oh,
no,
don't.
I think.
Don't say the name. No.
I'm not going to
say
say.
it.
I can't say the name. I'll tell you later. But
I think you will know.
You'll
And
know.
are they openly gay?
No.
It wasn't.
I thought they were.
Oh, are they?
I thought they were.
Oh, I don't know.
Were they married?
No.
No.
No,
And
they're
you-
single. They're single like that.
Oh, and openly gay.
No.
I
Not that I
thought so,
know
Yuri.
of.
I think
Not
so.
back then, maybe.
Or maybe not back then, but I think they are now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they are now.
Okay. Our age, like.
A little
A bit
older.
older, I think, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm trying to figure out which court.
One of them.
The nice one.
Which one is that?
Give us a number between 1 and 66.
188.
I would say.
We're not allowed.
No, we'll tell you after.
I'll definitely tell you there.
Yeah. I guarantee when we tell
You'll
you,
be
you'll
like, no
oh,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, oh.
But like, as in, like, oh, I knew about it or no, I didn't know.
No, you'll be like, oh, okay. You'll get it.
How did she know about it and I didn't know about it?
I don't
We're
know.
besties.
How do you know about it?
But you told me.
Did I?
Years ago, yeah. I think we were bragging about it.
Oh my God, was
I
it?
definitely wasn't bragging about it.
No.
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 No. He's not openly gay.
No.
Or is he?
I don't know.
No.
But yeah, that was like that. Like that. I think that was even the first time I met Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I met him.
Yeah.
Because we were watching. Alison was down in Cortown,
Yeah.
and I was in the house on my own. And Martin, I think, was finishing DJing someone that you were on the phone, and she was like, "Oh, I'm in you." He had him on speakerphone. He's like, "Oh, I'm in you." He's there, and he goes, "He's a faggot."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, all right."
Did he say that? Oh my God.
And then he came into the house, and then I was in bed, but he came in and was like, "All right," and I was like, But yeah, I didn't care. But anyway, and then yeah, and that was the night you broke the bed.
And moving on swiftly. I knew this was going to be a bit dangerous. I knew it with the moment. I was like, I'll do a reunion, and I was like, this is going to be a little bit dangerous, like this whole conversation. Pinch him back, Natalie, pinch him. Listen,
Reel it in.
listen. I know. I'm glad you spoke about that. I'm totally glad. And then come here, then the nights that we had, the night that we snuck into Crow Park.
Oh,
They were good days.
mortified. I was mortified every time I see a man on the telly. Why? And I started having a conversation when he walked away.
Tell us about this. Come on, tell us. Fill the story in.
So we went in. Hughie was at to sneak us into Crow Park, and I knew we shouldn't have been there because he had brought us all there. Remember, there was like ramps or something. He brought us in, didn't he?
It was at a rugby match.
It was a rugby match.
Yeah, it was when
in Crow
Ireland
Park.
were playing in Crow Park
Was
at
it
that
when we
time.
were playing the All Blacks or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
But whatever one it was, right? And I remember Hughie had snuck us in, and he was bringing us down all these like it was clearly ways that we shouldn't have been. It was like only staff entrance, and we went in and we were the fourth in the VIP lounge, and it was clearly
The
my
players'
first
lounge.
time. A players' lounge, yeah. It was clearly my first time in a place like that because when I ordered 2 drinks, I handed over money, and your one looked at me like I had 20 heads, and I went, "Oh, was that enough?" And she went, "Free bar." I took the drinks, I went back and said, "Rebecca, we should not be here." I said, "I'm gone. I am gone." I said, "I'm not staying here." I said, "If I get kicked out in front of all these people, what's her name? Grania Shogat? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Sheila Shogat? They were all there. What's your man's name?
Des Cal.
Des Cal. They were all there. All the Irish rugby team were there. We were trying to Google who they were. So we'd be like, oh, what's his name? Oh, that's Rob. What's his name?
Rob Kearney.
Rob Kearney.
No, not Rob Kearney. Paul O'Connell.
Oh.
I was like, I felt like a midget beside them all because the rest
No,
of them
hang on. And I know we spoke about this before. She was like, I'm going home, my
she
mask going to kill me, mask going to kill me, mask going to kill me. And then Paul O'Connell walked in and she was like, oh, hello.
I was like, oh my God, look at him.
And then I went to the toilet and came back. And when I came back, you were like, you all right?
Oh, yeah. It's like,
you got a wristband.
Yeah, we got a wristband.
Did I get them?
You got the pair,
okay.
yeah. And then I was like, I remember you were like, yeah, but the assholes who are we? And I said, Rebecca, stop. I said, seriously. I said, I don't feel comfortable. I need to go. I was shaking. My nerves were gone. I was like, if we end up getting escort out of here.
But you got those two Heineken into your ground.
I think actually might have got a couple of vodkas.
Vodkas and Coke and all you were on that.
And then you said it was a good hour, I'd say, wasn't that we were there?
Yeah, it's usually going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think we left first because I was terrified. I couldn't sit easy. And then remember you start waffling. Your mum was like, it was a good score. And you were like, yeah, like when he got a try. And I was like, try. And I was like, what is it? And I was like, yeah. And then there was another fella talking. I was like, yeah, it was a good try. I was copying everything she was saying. I hadn't a notion of what I was saying.
And then she went to the bar to speak and started talking to Des Cal when I went to the toilet.
Away.
And he walked away in mid-sentence.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was saying, yeah, I'm sorry. And he went, this is a good match, wasn't it? He just went, there was. And even, was he on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah.
I was hoping he would be photographed first. The neck. Still have a grudge. If I ever seen him again, I wouldn't even say hello.
So, is Des Cal not dead? I thought he was dead.
No, he's still alive.
He's over for TV3, TG Car, TG.
One of them ones.
Yeah,
I know he's still
alive.
alive.
There's not RTA, is he?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
So, were you there when she had her first boyfriend?
I never had a boyfriend.
Wait,
was I there?
what was his name?
Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The fella from
Dooney
Kearney. Remember him?
Still in contact.
Are you
there? Oh, yeah, I remember Charlie. Yeah,
when I say we're still in contact, like I haven't met up with him or anything like that. Like, he just sent me an odd message on Messenger, like, because my friend is married to his friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, so still in contact.
Would you have been like fucking waste of space to people she's with?
I actually did with him.
So protective.
No, I mean, because like, I think the first time I met him, I just walked into a man's house and he had his foot on the chair and here I was, the fuck is that? And he was just chatting. I'm like, oh, how are you? You know, he was just walking around the kitchen like it was his own. And I was like, didn't I get you in this house? Doing that?
I was only 18.
He was putting on his kettle. I was like, that fucking kettle.
It's my kettle.
You know that kind of person just walking
like
around.
someone on Hughie's territory because that was like my house was like Hughie's house.
No, but I mean, like, just like, because you weren't even with him that long. Like, when I first met him, and he was just like, he made the house himself. You know, he was like making himself tea and walking around like he owned it. And I was like,
did he offer you a cup of tea?
No, I don't think. Yeah, Ma did. I think Ma had tea on the pot anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I not to say I didn't like him. I just was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And then can we talk about the pact?
The pact.
Yeah, please do, because I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
The pact when we're 30. Hughie, come on now.
Kind of remember. Kind of can't remember. Very, very vague. Were we supposed to get married?
No.
Who was supposed to get married?
You asked me.
Yeah.
To go halves with you or something.
Oh, a baby.
Yeah.
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 If you had a baby by your 30, how old is Paisley?
She's 4.
How old are you now?
42.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I went away. I was in the States when I was
got
20.
married.
No, I was in
broke my heart.
Yeah. And I swear to God, I don't know whether I said this to you, but I think I did say it to you. I was coming home and I asked her, I says, you seen someone? She's like, yeah, I'm only with him a few weeks. And I was like, oh, all right. And I was coming home to ask her to have a baby with me.
You told me that.
But she was with Jonathan. She was only with him a few months, I think. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you didn't even tell me we were coming home then, because I remember driving by it. Me and him were in the car and I was like...
No, you knew I was coming home. I told you I was coming home.
But I don't think you told me when you were coming home, because I drove by and I was like,
you were going to Manchester, that's right. And I seen you in the taxi and I waved at you.
Probably Liverpool, was it?
Oh, he had a blue jersey on.
Oh, we were going to London, I think.
Were you?
I think so, yeah.
So, here, hang on. Right, so you had a pact. That you'd have a
Well,
baby.
he was after asking me. We were about 23, 24.
Probably a little bit. Well, yeah, maybe
Probably.
that. Yeah.
And then he said to me one night, can I ask you something? And I said, yeah.
And we weren't even drunk, or we weren't
Were you
even
serious?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it was 100%
We were probably
serious.
just sitting watching telly, Rebecca, right? And I swear to God, right? And this is when we lived in each other's pockets. Like, we were constantly together. And he said to me, I want to ask you something. And I said, what? He goes, if you're single and I'm single by 30, would you have a baby? And I was like, why would I be single at 30? What are you trying to insinuate? Like, but I genuinely thought it was a joke. Right, I honestly did, because like he was always winding me up, right? I remember we were up in Paul Leggett's one night, and me, him, Orla and Paul were sitting there talking, and then I think Paul might have mentioned the pact, and I was like, oh yeah, he was winding me up, and you were like, no, I'm not. And I went, oh my God, you're serious? And he was like, yeah, and I went, oh, I thought you were winding me up, I thought it was a joke. So then I was like, my sister used to always call us Will and Grace. I remember there was an episode, I think, where Will and Grace were going to have a baby together. Now, I don't know whether that was where you got it from, or I don't know. I can't remember the timeline of when he asked me, and then that was on.
That
like,
show, yeah.
But Janice used to always call us Will and Grace. And
Sure.
so funny, that was my nanny's birthday. Oh my God, he used to get ran off. Like, but yeah, so like, that was like when he told me he was serious, and I was like, oh my God. But then, remember I had mentioned to you, or maybe it was Emma Jane, and she was like, well, were you going to have a baby together, or were you going to have a baby for him? And I was like, oh, I don't know.
No, we were going to have a baby together.
All right, okay.
I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask a friend to do that, because I think that would be too much.
Because
strain on a
I
friendship.
assumed like that you wanted together, like me and him, mother, father. But I think it was Emma Jane that said, but was enough for him to be the father and you'd be like the surrogate? And I said, oh my God, I don't know.
No, it wasn't
I
for
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, it was for like you to be the mother and I to be the father.
Yeah. Then what would have happened now? Like, we would have had a 12-year-old now, and would you be living here?
I guess I'd have to.
Yeah, imagine.
Well, I really don't know how life.
I often wonder, like, you know that film Slide Doors?
Yeah.
I often wonder what would have happened if I hadn't met Paisley Starr.
Yeah.
Like, would it have happened? Do you know what I mean? Now, in saying that, I was, what was I? I think it was like 34, 35 or something when I met him. I can't remember. 34. But like, that's when you were going to ask me. It wasn't when I was 30, was it? It was like a few years later. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was when you just
I only just met him,
You
yeah.
just met Jonathan. I was like, oh, you with someone? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm with this fella Jonathan. A couple of months. I was like,
Yeah.
Were you really like that?
yeah.
Now, can I ask,
I wasn't like fuming, but I was like, balls, plan out the door, because you can't really turn around and say to someone, I know you're with somebody, but like, do you remember that pact?
But you know what
that
is
we had?
weird? Paisley loves him.
What were you gonna
I only
answer?
met her twice and she jumps on me.
Oh, I want to ask something. Right. Why wouldn't you not ask any of your other friends? Any of your other female friends? This is something that I've never asked. Because like, I genuinely thought he was joking when he did. But like, because of the genes, is it? We would have had gorgeous kids. Not that I don't have a gorgeous child, she's beautiful.
Do you know what? I don't know. I don't know. It never occurred to me to ask anyone else.
Did you think it was because you knew you thought she was going to be on her own?
Ouch!
No, that's not a bad thing.
No, that's not a bad thing.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that as a bad thing. You know what I mean? I never knew that I was going to end up staying in the States and getting married. You know what I mean? When I went over there for the J1, I didn't know, like, that I was going to meet someone and get married at the end of it. You know what I mean? So like, things change, and so I didn't know I'd be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Let alone be married. So it wasn't to be like, oh well, I know she's going to be single. Let's have a baby. You know.
Well, I'm too old now, you, so don't ask me now.
You're only in your 40s.
But no, I had to say Paisley loves him. Like, the first time he met Paisley, because obviously due to COVID and stuff like that, he wasn't home. When he met Paisley, they sat there having a curry and all together. Oh, she didn't want them to leave or anything like that. And then when we FaceTime and all, she's like, Ma, who's that? I'm like, that's Hughie. Oh, is that my friend? I'm like, yeah, that's your friend. We bumped into him. I was getting her, she loves fried noodles. I was getting her a Hong Kong. And I walked in the day, he was there. Oh, what was she like?
Yes, jumped on
wrapped her arms around him. She absolutely loves him. So he can be like our little surrogate. Yeah.
What was it like
could do that.
for you, Natalie, when he left?
I have to say, no, I was devastated. I was.
Well, you didn't know originally that I was when I first went, or when I went.
When you first went, I was like, he's not going to stay. Because I knew how close he is to his family. I was like, he is not going to stay over there. He will not leave his family for that long. definitely not. And I know how close you are. Obviously, I know you're close to your brothers, but I know what he's like with his sisters.
Yeah.
I was like, he's not going to say. And then he told me then that he was going to be moving over there, and I was like, nah. And sometimes I still can't believe he's over there that long.
Yeah, I still can't
Like,
believe that
it's
moved
mad. And then, like, we probably wouldn't talk for a week. And then, like, one day, we FaceTimed, like, 3 or 4 times. He's supposed to be working. And he was sitting in his truck. You know what I mean? And, like, we were sitting there talking for ages. And we were talking that long. Maybe your phone heated up and it turned off. Like, you know. And then I probably wouldn't talk to him then for about 3 or 4 weeks. Or it could be 3 or 4 months. But I remember when he got married and he said he was moving over there. Like, I was like, no, the wedding was great. We were only talking about it. I had alcohol poisoning at that wedding. I can swear to you on my mother's grave.
Did you though?
Rebecca, I did. I am telling you now. They had a free bar till about 10 o'clock and I still spent nearly €300 that night.
No, but how did you spend €300?
Shots, Rebecca. Shots. Yeah. I think we literally stood at the bar, like, Camille and all was there. I think we done shots. Christina she was my +1. And I remember I said to Cecil, I woke up and I just heard, I was like, what is that noise? There was a bird pecking at the window. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what the hell is that bird doing at the window? It was on the windowsill and it wouldn't stop. Poor Christina was in a heap. She had to go to work at 11 o'clock that morning, right? Honest to God. I think she had to go home sick. She was in bits. And I went home and David Joyce was painting my ma's house. And I was lying on the sofa. And I was like, Ma. And she was like, what? I was like, Ma, come here quick. She was like, what's wrong? Here was I'm falling. Here she was, falling where? And I was like, I'm falling off the sofa. She was like, Natalie, love, you're not moving. I was like, Ma, I'm falling. I said, there's something falling. I'm spinning. And here she was, what did you drink? I was like, I didn't even drink much, Ma. My usual thing. I think I might have been spiked.
Oh,
God. Yeah. And here she was,
how many times have you used that?
Oh, every time I'm drunk. Every time I'm hungover, I'm spiked. But remember we were on the top. You got married on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't think I was right till the following Wednesday. And I can swear to you on my child's life, I was in a heap. But I remember when you were saying you were getting married, you were going to buy a house on your ma's road. And I was like, remember you were thinking about it? Mm-hmm. I think it was 2 hours away from Alison. And I was like, oh, happy days. Him and Steve will move over and blah, blah, blah. And then they bought the house in New Hampshire. And I was like, but I do always say to him, like, will you ever come home? Like, you know, will we grow old together? Mm-hmm. You know, we'll be in next door to each other in the nursing home, like, will we? But still sharing stories. But no, I do miss him because, like, we used to do everything on a Sunday, didn't we? We used to do loads, and he'd come over to my house and we'd be lying there doing nothing together.
Yeah. What was it for? Sorry.
No, go on.
No, when you lost your ma.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah. It was awful. It was awful. It was, obviously, like I was, I don't know whether people, like, because I was only 16. I think I wasn't even 16. Was I 16? Yeah, I think I was 16. I was 17 a few months later, but like, heartbreaking, awful. Like, I just, sometimes, still to this day, I'm like.
Did you have a heart attack?
Yeah, she just dropped. She went, and I remember, because I was in the house with Derek Knowles, and we were sitting in the kitchen. And he had a drink. He was drinking, because I didn't drink back. I was only 15, 16. And he was drinking. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and my ma came down. And she went over to the kitchen to get us, to the sink to get a glass of water. And she goes, you don't stay up too late. Good night. And I said, good night, love you. And then the next day I was babysitting. I think I was babysitting. And then, I had to go run straight up to the hospital. Yeah. No one said anything. No one was like, no one would even speak to me. Like, because I don't know whether they were like, nobody should tell him except his family should tell him or something. But like, no one would even look at me. No one was like, just, get into that car, go there, go here, go there. And then as soon as I just got into the hospital, even as I was walking through the hospital, I didn't know. I think when I seen my sister Alison, I was like, your man's dead. That was it. And that's just, my life just went, fuck. It was awful. Still is awful.
And that's one thing that I, like, you weren't the youngest. You and Paul weren't were you and Paul the youngest?
Me and Paul
the youngest, yeah. And then for the responsibility of Debbie, Lucia and Alison then to take over as that mother role.
They were my guardians, yeah. I was an orphan. Yeah, they had to take it over. She was my mother until I was 18.
Alison?
Yeah. She assumed the role.
And she was only young.
She had Keen the next day.
Yeah, she had Keen the next day. I think,
Jesus
how old was she? 26, 27.
My God.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get easier for you. Like, and I know Natalie with your mum now as well. Like, does it get easier? The grief.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, does it get easier with someone? Because like I was 16, you were
I was 33.
33. You know what I mean? Like,
The big age difference there.
you know what I mean? Like, is it different for you than it was when I was only 16 because I was a child and you were an adult? You know what I mean?
I would imagine it's like I felt very alone and very scared at 33 when my mum died. I was an adult, so I can imagine it's harder when you're younger. That's how I feel. I don't know whether everyone else would feel like that, but I would, because I like my cousin, my cousin Amo died there on Paddy's Day.
I can't believe that.
I know, sometimes she was only 40 yesterday, but her son is 16 and he's technically an orphan now as well. And I was like, I'm looking at him and I'm like, it's like, to me, the family is like they're just existing. They're not living right now. So there's me auntie, there's me uncle, there's Amo's son, and then there's Amo's brother. And it's like they're just not living. And I look at Connor and I look at him, day in, day out, and I'm like, how does he do it? Like at 16, like he's young, he's still old enough to realise that his man's gone forever. So I honestly think it'd be so much harder as a younger person. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine losing my man at 16. When I lost my man at 33, like I just thought I was so frightened. What I was frightened for, I don't know. I was so scared. I felt so alone, even though I had all my family around me. And obviously you had all your family around as well. But like I couldn't imagine like his sisters at like 26, 25, 24 having to rear teenagers, grieving teenagers, and they done a great job. I have to say, like they were brilliant.
Yeah,
it's so tough.
I still to this day I just can't put my head around the fact that I don't have a mother the last 20 odd years. It's just a day doesn't go by that I don't think about it. I think I literally honestly think about my man like 3, 4 or 5 times a day.
Really?
Yeah, always do.
Do you think that's because, like, and I know I'm not like taking away from anyone else, but like, do you think that's because she was a single mother? She was the only one that was there for you. Do you feel like?
Well, like growing up, like I was my ma's baby. Like all my brothers and sisters tell you that. Like I would go over and lie on my ma. Like as a 14-year-old or even a 15-year-old, I go over and sit in my ma's lap. I was her baby. So I think that whole thing of me, like of being her baby, even though I had a twin brother, he wasn't. Not that he wasn't our baby. He wasn't her baby, but like. I would always sit in a lap where he wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I would constantly cuddle up with her and move over there. So I think that's the stuff I miss as a child, you know what I mean? And it's just, now as an adult, obviously I wouldn't sit in a lap, but you know what I mean? But they're the main things that I miss. Because I even, like sometimes when you have like a bad dream, I'd be like, open the door, I'd be like, ma, she's like, get in.
Really?
Yeah. I was like 14, 15. I'd sleep at the end of our bed.
And as you said, like you have got all the siblings, but at the same time, you just still want your ma.
Yeah.
And Rebecca, you could have a whole army of family around you. And I don't know about you, but I still felt very lonely. So lonely. And I just wanted that one person.
It is. And do you know
Very
what?
hard.
Sorry to cut off quickly. I seen a video and I don't know what it was. I think it was a video on TikTok. And it was about an elderly woman that she was grown, all her kids were out. But she says, why can't I cry for my mother? But you know the way like people cry for their ma? She says, now it's my time to cry for my ma. And I was kind of going, do you know that? She's still someone's daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though she's a 67-year-old woman, she's still a daughter, you know what I mean? And I was like, Jesus Christ, it never really, it doesn't, you're never not going to think that. That your ma, you always think about it. Yeah. But it's hard, it's horrible. It's horrible. I wouldn't like anybody to go through it.
Especially when you've only the one parent.
Yeah.
You've only one parent. Like that, I only had one parent. I had my nanny, but I didn't have a father growing up. And it's like, why take the only parent that I had, And like Hughie's ma was rearing how many of his 10, 11 years on his own. Like, Jesus. She was all that they had. My ma was all that we had. And then it's gone.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's mad. But, and I'd say like, even though my dad's not dead, he's still alive. But still, like I never, my mom or my brothers and sisters never talked about my dad growing up. So for me, I'm not even thinking that, oh, Rebecca has a dad. Or, you know, someone else has a dad. My friend Lorraine has like
Just
her
a
dad.
norm, wasn't it?
I never said, where's my dad? I never ever thought to myself, being like, oh, where's my dad? Just didn't. It was always me ma. Never me dad. Because I didn't, never talked about.
And sometimes they say, what you never had, you never miss.
No, and I don't. You know what I mean?
And you're home now, and to be honest with you, me and Natalie were biting the back off you.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's too bad.
I was like, if Hughie Legget's home here for 2 weeks and he doesn't even spend 5 minutes with me, boom, gone.
You know what? I think this time was a lot different because the last time I came home on my own, it was a lot different. And now that Stephen came home with me for the sister's wedding, we're being pulled in every
and you want to show
direction,
him around,
and we want to do things like we are exhausted. Like we're literally getting up in the morning, and we're not stopping until late in the evening, and we're jumping straight into bed, and we're falling asleep, and then we're doing the exact same thing every like. We have not literally stopped. And when you were like saying, like, we'll meet up and then we'll do go over to Rebecca's and do a podcast, I was like, yeah, perfect. I said, because I know I will have one day where I could just be like, all right,
just chill out.
Chill out and not do that. And then luckily enough, that was today. But I'm still exhausted.
And the time that you were home before, I didn't see it.
I didn't see you. You look at me as ever.
I see
Yeah, no.
Wait.
Did we?
He came to my house and had a tank on with me, didn't you?
Yeah, you were walking.
I have to be, and I said this to Natalie because I did apologise to Natalie and to Emma Jane as well, because when grown, the past 14 years for me, probably more than that, I just been so busy that I wasn't there when her ma died. I wasn't there when she was going through it all. I wasn't there when her nanny died. Haven't been there, and it's very hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you can eat. All right, honey.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We're live. Stop.
No, sorry, I don't
you
know
want some
what
water?
happened. I don't know what happened.
Hang on, I
That
get
was
this.
good.
Do you want some of this?
Yes.
Just hang on, like I get Coke. Natalie, you talk there for a second. Coke.
Yeah, yeah.
those leggings up here, big now.
Oh, there'll be a big gang of them up. That's a pie. It's a lasagna you gave him.
No, Rebecca, I'm grand now after I had that little... no, I'm grand, seriously. There was just something stuck in the back of my throat I couldn't get rid of.
Be hard.
But yeah, no, I'm grand.
Thought he
Sorry
was
about
going back to America on his own.
Imagine.
But like the times before you went away, just like we were saying there, because two of us wanted to use the bathroom at once, and I was like, not going upstairs because we upstairs is the same as well. But I forgot you cleaned my house as well.
Multiple times. Multiple times. Not just one, not two. Multiple times.
Yeah.
But you remember, there's a photo. Remember,
And your house wasn't dirty, you were just clotty.
But I'm still clotty.
Yeah, clotty. And I was like, what the fuck?
And he's a clean freak.
Yeah. But I used to love it. I used to think I used to mess my bedroom just so you'd come and clean it for me.
Just to see him.
We were even found wigs just lying around.
Do you remember? And we had you had those. It was like a green scarf or something around your head, and all. Oh, just some.
Yeah, we did. They were the days. We did a crack back then.
Yeah.
I didn't mind cleaning the house. It took 4 days.
Yeah, but you stayed with me for those 4 days.
I was going to
as well.
say, it was an excuse to stay with you for a few days.
Yeah, we had a great time. I loved cleaning it.
Remember the time when you had the barbecue?
Well, you did that night.
He was there that night because me and him slept in the spare room.
Well, I think that was
I
just
think you
after
had
I
to put me
came
to bed
home.
that night because I was locked.
Because that was
Paul
still
Kelly
winter.
put you to bed.
That was still winter time because I remember because I was actually...
I don't
Me and
think
you
it
were
was.
sitting outside the house. I think it was just outside, and we had a blue blanket on.
We did. That was outside the back garden.
We had like king prawns, and we were kissing them and eating them
I
and stuff
wasn't.
like that.
I wasn't.
But was that not the night you burnt your hand?
Emma Jane was here that night. Emma Jane and James.
No,
Yeah.
That must have been a different night.
It was a different night then because Emma Jane wasn't there when we were there.
Right. That was the night my hand sucked to the fire.
Or maybe Bullet wasn't, but Emma could have been, but Bullet definitely
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't. Emma Jane and James were there together.
All right, then they
must
weren't
have
there
been
when I
another
was
night.
there.
But we did have some great memories growing up, really and truly.
Honestly. They really are. And do you know what? When I go out, I'm mad for taking photographs. I brought Paisley to school this morning and took about 6 photographs, all right? And I always get slagged for taking photographs, right? Those photographs are memories. And they're all you have when you're gone. Do you know what I mean? So I would take photographs wherever I go. And I would look, sometimes I'd be sitting in bed, Paisley could be asleep, and I'd look through my photographs and I'd go, and right away it brings back a memory. And I'm like, oh, do you remember that? And I love taking photographs. So when we have our double celebration for our birthday, we'll FaceTime you, we'll take so many photographs and make more memories.
Yeah, but you were always like that.
Oh, yeah.
You were always like that.
Yeah.
Was she?
Always. Always, like, yeah, like she's... It's not that it's hard to explain, but she was always like that. Like, even... Like... Even morbid stuff.
Like the graveyards.
Yeah.
And we went out.
Like, I haven't got to do with a memory that'll bring something up. She's
Yeah.
like, she loves it even more. Like, even obituaries.
Yeah.
Even obituaries.
That was a long... I don't do them anymore.
Do you not like... I think she's mad sometimes. Like, just...
I mean, I wouldn't say she's mad. It's a little crazy for doing it, but I mean, like, if she wants to do it, she wants to do it. You know what I mean?
I don't have time for that anymore, though.
Yeah.
Do you not?
No, I'm a single parent, I'm working full time. You know, like Aaron Brockovich. I'm trying to pay mortgage, pay bills, look after my child. I don't have time for looking at obituaries and visiting grave.
So you're not going to grave? Do you not go to grave anymore?
No, we used to go out. Remember, we used to go out to Sutton and we used to go
We
out to
do
Glass
3 or
Melon
4
and all.
graveyards on a
Where's your
Sunday.
mum buried?
Yeah,
Belgrave.
she's beside the map.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
On the other side, in the same graveyard as me.
I was out there last week. But my sister was saying that there's a new part of the old part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my cousin Emma is. Yeah, it's called Balgriffin Extension. So it's like there's no surrounding or anything on it.
No.
Lovely.
It's where part of Fran Devine is. And yeah, beside Fran Devine is... Who died? Dave Harris. Dave Harris is in it. Breda Bride is in it.
Oh, well, Mike Emma was not far from Breda.
Yeah, Breda Bride's in it. And it's mad, but like every time I do go down to a grave, I do be just laughing at myself because like I'm like, she's a bleeding psycho.
Becca, you know what? I have too many family buried now. It takes you a day to go around them. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I know, because you don't just sit there for 5 minutes and
No.
be like, blah, blah. You
So like my thing now is like, so I have, like I go into the new extension, I park at the new extension and I walk up, and Ammo's just near the gate. So I walk up to Ammo now, then I walk over to my cousin Margaret's husband Barry, walk up to my nanny and gran. Oh,
sorry, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Poor Barry.
I was like, I don't know where it was now. He's dead a few years now.
He died just 3 weeks before my Uncle Edward.
But that's, how long ago was that? 6
3
years
years.
ago? Oh,
3 years.
yeah, 3 years ago, all right. But I was like, he's dead?
Yeah.
I was just like on
So
Facebook
sudden.
and I was like, oh.
He was like literally just down talking to my cousin. Went upstairs to lie down. He went up to wake him like 40 minutes later. He was dead in the bed. Yeah.
Oh.
And then
what
3
happened?
weeks later, I think it was a heart attack. I'm not sure. But like that, 3 weeks later, my Uncle Edward died.
He was from the north, wasn't he, Barry?
He was from North. Yeah. We had...
How do you remember him? I don't fucking know him.
Oh, you do remember. You remember.
Barry was always out with my nannies. Like, Barry was always at my nannies. He was literally part of the family. Like, he was married to my cousin, but like, he was more of a cousin. He was broken hearted now when my nanny died, him and his sister. So my cousin Margaret and her brother Wilza were married to a brother and sister.
Right.
So Alison and Barry were in their family for years and years and years. And they were so upset, like, you know, when my nanny died. Like, they were like my nanny's grandkids. Do you know what I mean? But what was I going to say? Yeah, we had three COVID deaths. No, not from COVID. 3 COVID funerals. We had Barry died on the 4th of April. Then my Uncle Edward died on the 22nd. And then my cousin Linda died on the 7th of July. Cousin Linda.
Do I know?
You wouldn't know
I
Linda.
remember
It's so Margaret, my cousin Margaret had her husband and her sister and her uncle die all within a couple of weeks of each other, yeah.
Why don't I know Linda?
I don't know Linda.
Oh, I do?
You would know Linda. She lived down in Arklow.
No.
John's sister.
She always
John's
lived in
sister.
Arklow?
Oh, she lived in town for years, like.
No.
Joe, the 2 babies that's buried at me auntie and uncle, they're all kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she got cremated. And none of her family ever got cremated. She was the first one in the family to ever get cremated. Like immediate family. She wanted her ashes buried with her ma and dad and her babies.
Right.
2 little babies. So.
And come here, Hughie, can I ask you something, right?
Sure.
Now, this is a real question, like, but when you're saying about having no friends, do you be lonely over there?
Yeah. Yeah. I do, but like when I would just go to work. I'd
Don't
go
start
home.
crying now,
No,
right?
I'm not going to cry. Like, no. Like, I think you just get used to it now at this stage, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm in my 40s and I don't really care and I'm set in my ways. Like, you know, I'd go home, I'd get up, I'd go to work, I'd come home. I'd probably go for a walk, depending on how the weather was. And then I'd come home, we'd have dinner, and then I'd go to bed at 7:30. So, and I was kind of just set in my ways, you know. And it's just hard to make friends in a different state where you don't really know people, you know what I mean? And I don't really drink, so I can't go out to the bars and drink. And the bars are so far away that you have to drive, and I can't drink and drive, so yeah.
And what do you do when you're lonely then?
No.
Like, do you ring home and talk to, or does that make you
Well, I
worse?
talk to my brothers and sisters daily anyway, you know what I mean? So we're all in a group chat, so I talk to my brothers and sisters daily. So I have that there, you know what I mean? The fact that I don't have a friend doesn't bother me, you know what I mean? And now that I'm in Florida, I say it's going to be even harder to try and make friends in Florida. Florida, you know, Florida's real cliquey, you know, and I don't really I live in I know it's not a small town or a small city, but I'm about 2 hours away from Miami, you know what I mean? Like, and everyone in Florida is old.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of so, the people I work with are all in their 20s, and I'm like, I don't want to be 43 hanging around with a 20-year-old. You know what I mean? So I'm all right with it, you know?
Will you come home?
I'd love to. I would, honestly. And Stephen has known that. Like, I would. Like, we were talking about buying a house in Florida. So that's why I'm down in Florida. Like, you know, I was going to start looking for a house and start doing all that stuff. But now, since I've been home these last couple of weeks, I've been like, I think I want to buy a house here, you know, instead of buying a house in Florida. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like.
And when you come home, are you looking at it like, and you're going, I'm missing out on so much with the family?
100%, because, like, you know, like, some of my nieces and nephews that I haven't seen in years are kind of like, they're not sketchy with me, but they're kind of been like, they're not my nieces and nephews, they're my nephews and nieces' kids. Yeah. You know, they just look at me as if to say, who's that? You know what I mean? Like, I only met my sister's youngest son last week, and he's 6. You know what I mean?
Sister's youngest son?
Yeah. Rachel's. Danny.
What?
Yeah, I only met Danny for the first time last week before the wedding.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So, like, and it was his, you know, reaction towards me because he didn't know who I was. It was kind of going, fuck.
And the kids always,
you know what I mean? Like, and you've missed so, like, the amount of, like, weddings and, like, and people having kids born, and, you know, family get-togethers and stuff like that. Like, I've missed everything for the last 10, 11 years. You know what I mean? Like, luckily enough that I came home last year for, like, Maisie's communion, and then this year.
We didn't see him. Did you see him that time?
I seen him. That's when he came around to have a time.
You were away. You were working. Because she said Rebecca's working.
Did I?
You did say something. I remember you saying something about Rebecca doing something. You were like, she's pissed that she can't do it or something. I remember.
I think we had arranged to do something, but you couldn't do it.
Was it one of the days we arranged and then I couldn't come, and then he did it without me? You sneak off.
No, he just came around to the house.
I just went around the house for an hour.
I said, and we'll get something to eat, like.
Yeah.
But no, I do vaguely remember that you couldn't do it, and I said, oh, Rebecca, she'll get you again. Like, Rebecca can't make it.
I'm glad I remembered that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, awkward. And then, Natalie, can I ask you something, right? And again, I know it's probably a little bit off topic, but do you find yourself lonely, just you and Paisley?
Sometimes I can. I got into a bit of a rut where when I first was newly single and looking after Paisley, when I put her to bed, I'd be sitting at my own going, what do I do? Because normally I'd probably be watching a film with my ex, or, you know, we could be tidying up the kitchen together or something, just something simple. So I kind of got into a habit of going to bed with Paisley at 8:30, 9 o'clock. I can be lonely at times, but I enjoy my little life with me and Paisley. It's not every night. I wouldn't go home now tonight and go, oh, I'm lonely, oh, you know. But there's times where she might go to bed early, I've all my cleaning done, I'm sitting there watching telly, and I'd be like, it'd be nice to have someone to talk to. But what does kind of, this is not loneliness, this is just kind of like, I wish I had somebody there to kind of help out. So like a couple of weeks ago, good few weeks ago, Paisley wasn't well. And I was up all night with her. And I was absolutely exhausted. She was okay then. But I still have to work. Like, I have to get up in the morning to work, get her ready, get her to school. She's still only in preschool now. I'm working from home. Then I go collect her at lunchtime. Then I have to make her lunch. And then I have to, you know, she's with me then the afternoon. Then I have to make her dinner. And I'm constantly on the go. If I do my shopping, I have to get her ready for bed, bath her. I'm doing everything on my own. Now, my family always offer to help out, but it's like, she's my responsibility. She's my child. I want to do it, you know. But me and her went well. I don't know whether me and her got some sort of bug. I don't know what it was. We went well. And it's hard when I'm not well. it's tough when she's not well, but when I'm not well, because when I'm not well, I still have to get up. I still have to feed her, still have to keep an eye on her, still have to do the dinner, still have to cook her. That can be overwhelming, right? But I get through it. And like that, my family offer to help, but again, it's my responsibility. I have to do it. Not that I have to, I want to. But she hadn't been well there, and she suffers terrible with asthma, God love her. Oh, so I had her in Temple Street last week.
Did you have asthma growing up?
I never had it, no, but a lot of them in my family did, and Dane was really bad with asthma.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very bad. Now he's grown over, thank God. But I had her in Temple Street, and she had pneumonia a year and a half ago, so they wanted to make sure that our lungs were clear and everything was fine. But I didn't go home till 1 o'clock in the morning, Rebecca. Now, I was in the office that day. So I was in the office. I had been up since before 6 o'clock that morning. I had been in the office all that day. I had come home. My auntie Bridget wasn't well. She was in the hospital. So I popped up to see her, came home, and then I had to take Paige to Temple Street. I rang the hospital and said to take her in, especially with the pneumonia and the history of the asthma and all. I was in there till nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Got her home, and I still had to go for work at 7 o'clock the next morning. And I was only saying this to Emma Jane, like, it'd be nice just to have someone to tap out and say, do you know what, Natalie, you have a lie on.
Yeah.
I'll make her breakfast. Do you know what, Natalie, you go have a shower in peace. I'll give her a bath. I don't have that. And it's not all the time I want it, but it's times where I'm so exhausted because I'm not well. And it's not often I'm not well. But I'm one of these, I'd be grand, but when I'm not well, I'm not well. Like it comes on me like a ton of bricks. But with poor Paisley's breathing and all that, like, I couldn't sleep. She had this severe cough where she's like, you know, like that, trying to catch her breath. And I thought she was having attacks. And I said, I don't even know what an asthma attack is. And I was worried. And then I Googled it, and it was like 9,000 people die of asthma attacks. I was like, oh, holy lantern. I was like, oh my God. No, I didn't actually Google, like, you know, I was like, you know, how can you spot an attack? How do you know if someone's having an attack? And then I was like, do you know 9,000 people in the UK die? I was like, oh, scroll. But no, my ears are going back because I can't sleep, and she just be choking. And I have her sleeping on 3 pillows because she still has a little bit of a cough. Now she's grand, she's back in school and all, everything is grand. But I do get lonely at times, and I do get really tired at times. But I love it, just the two of us.
Do you?
I always say that to Paisley.
I mean, I get it, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, even though I have no friends, like, I'm coming home from work and Stephen's in the house. So it's not as if I'm lonely, you know what I mean? Like that. There is where I lived in Dover, New Hampshire, there was a girl that was a friend of mine. She's from Collins Avenue, I think. Her name is Jo. And she came over to New Hampshire the year after me. Now, she went home for a while, her ma was sick, and she ended up coming back. But like, she ended up moving from one town to where I was living. So like, I'd see her, but then like, when she got a boyfriend, it was like she'd ring me and be like, Harry, listen, do you want to go for something? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Like, and I had a car, so she'd be like, I'd help her move and get stuff and go somewhere. But then she got a boyfriend, and then she got a car, so I just don't hear from her. You know what I mean? And that didn't bother me. You know what I mean? It kind of bothered me a little bit, but I was kind of going, like, I'd be like, I think I'm just too lackadaisy for everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, does it annoy me? Yeah. Do I care? No. Couldn't give a bollocks. But you know what I mean? Like, and as I say, like, would I like to have friends? Yeah. But when I came home, Stephen was always there in the house. You know what I mean? So it's not as if I was like going home to an empty house. Cause fuck that. You know what I mean? So I get it.
What do you miss the most about Ireland?
The food. My family.
Someone say me.
You know what? My brothers and sisters and food. My brothers and my sisters and bread.
Bread.
Ugh, bread.
Oh yeah, because she told me that you were up 2 slices of
3.
bread.
3. Well, I wouldn't say 3 because you took the hill.
I took the hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting outside. I got me curry, and she had a sliced pan. I was like,
yeah. I thought he was going home. He goes, I'm going back in the
give us a few.
He goes, give us some bread.
Give us some bread.
I said, "Here, take
so
some."
I took 3 slices and went in and sat on the bar and ate me curry.
Do they mind?
They don't care.
I might used to have coddle and all in there.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's
People bring up stews, coddles, everything, you name it. They have that sort of roast up there.
James, that Friday, I think that used to bring up a stew on a Monday.
Yeah.
You go in and get batch and all, yeah.
Oh my
Used to call
God.
it a Monday club. My man loved the prize on a Monday.
Everybody brings their food in.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Everybody brings in.
I
Just sit there and just eat out at the
been
table. Your chicken balls, chips, curry sauce, just dip it, eat it. Yeah, get a few sliced bread.
I had one drink in it for Dave Harris's funeral, and I haven't been. I've never socially drank in the.
I don't know why
passage.
you didn't, because that's like, I know everybody shits on it. It is a little shithole, but it's
It's a good show.
a great shithole. Like, once your friends are there, it's alright. You know what I mean? It's like everywhere.
It's not. I don't think it's where you are. I think it's who you are with.
No, but still, like, I mean, like, because you know everyone in it. You know everybody, even though you know you're like looking at that door, like that.
Just don't say anything.
You are warned.
Still,
You
I'll
are
get the head
warned.
boxed. I'll be walking down to me ma's next week.
Yeah, but I mean, you look over and you be like, all right, grand. But then, like, you know, it's all your friends are sitting beside you, so you're kind of going, fuck it.
Do you drink in it? No.
No, I haven't drank in probably in years. Actually, the last time I drank was when we had a few drinks before we went to Carrick on Shannon. That was only 2 years ago.
What was that for?
Emma Jane's birthday.
Carrick and Shannon of all places.
Oh, it was great crack. It was brilliant.
That's just beside Longford, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get yourself into awful situations.
Awful.
Not so much anymore now.
Awful.
No, but she was really bad though, wasn't she? Like with the fellas. The stuff.
Fellas? What fellas?
I just got... No, I must say that. I'm not being mouth.
She's had to kick him under the table.
No. Did you?
It was very good when it came to fellas. I never had confidence. I don't.
You should now because you're like...
Yeah.
Not now, and you should have done because you're a very funny girl. Do you know what I mean? And,
See, that's the thing though, Rebecca. Like everyone say, oh, you're so funny. So funny.
but you always seem full of confidence. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Emma Jane always says that to me as well. Oh, shit, break. When I was bigger,
Fake it till you make it.
well, that's it, yeah. But I remember when I was bigger, I'd be in a pub, right, and could be with a group of 5 people, or I could be with 20 people, and I'd be sitting there, and then I'd be like, "Where's the toilet?" I'm like, "Right." So they'd be all having a conversation. I wouldn't be even joining. I'd be more thinking, "Right, if I go to the toilet that way, I'll be able to fit through there." Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's a bit. I would never tell anyone this because obviously it was
Yeah.
mortifying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'd be like, "Will I fit through there?" And then I'd be like, "Oh God."
I'll have to
Right,
wait
now I'll
until
go
you
this
move,
way.
so-
Yeah. And then I would never go to the toilet on my own. I would never walk into a pub on my own. I was at Marion and Tommy's, was that 50th wedding anniversary, and I did not want to walk across that dance floor to go out the door. I
like
wouldn't.
now?
In the private?
This was going back a couple
Or
of
is that
years ago
Kieran's?
before I lost all my weight.
Down in Grave Kieran's? No.
No, not down Crave Kieran's, in the Schvelz.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not walking across that dance floor.
But even though you knew every single person in there.
I knew everybody. They all knew me. Like, I'd say 90% of the people at that party I knew, and they knew me. But I used to think everybody's going to be staring at me going, oh my God, it's Sido. That's the way I used to think. Honest to God. And yeah, I couldn't ever shake it. And even now, I still, sometimes I'm like, you know, like, I do get called, I don't know, I'm not starting with a big head around like that, but I used to always get called, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so funny. Now I get called, oh my God, you're stunning. Oh my God. And I'm like, shut up. Like, seriously. And when people would say to me, like, you lost so much weight, I'm like, oh, shut up. Seriously, stop. Because I could never see me stunning. I could never see me pretty. I could never see me.
Yeah, because they're just looking at you as a big person.
Yeah. That's, because I still sometimes, I have like that, I always say this to them, Jen, I always feel I have that shallow health syndrome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, when I look at myself, I still kind of see a big person. And then when I look at myself, when memories come up, I'm like, oh my God, was I really that size? I like, oh my God, I don't remember being that big. But I just think, like, and I remember saying this, and I remember speaking to Alison about this. I've been out on a few nights when it comes to meetings with Alison. And I remember saying to her, I still don't have confidence. And like, she was saying, you can lose as much weight as you want. You can get your nose fixed. You could get your boobs done. You could get liposuction. You can get whatever you want. There's still always going to be something. And I remember saying to Emma Jane one day, am I ever going to be happy with myself? And she was like, of course you will. And I was like, but I've lost weight. I'm not happy. I know that I'm not happy. I am. But I just feel I'm not confident. I thought once I lost weight, I'll have confidence and blah, blah, blah. She said, but you always seem like you have confidence. I said, I don't. And then she says, but like you always portray like that you have. And I said, I don't.
Now, are you mixing up confidence with something different?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
In what way?
I mean, like, you'd still, like, you're not very shy around people, so you have confidence.
Yeah, because you know what it was, right? And I remember speaking to my counselor years ago about this. I would always, like, using personality, I'd be like, I'm going to let them see that I'm funny so they won't see that I'm big. So that may have come across as me being confident, but that was me just trying to let them see something else to me rather than, oh, she's very funny instead of, oh God, she's very big. Do you know that kind of way? So I think that's how
You tried to overcompensate.
Yeah. I'm still hilarious, like.
No, but you weren't. No, because you're naturally funny, Natalie. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you never have to put it on. Like, just the stuff that comes out your mouth.
And it's so funny because sometimes I'll be saying something serious and people laugh, and I'm like, I'm actually serious.
Even I mean, like, sorry, it was chewing on ice. Rebecca won't give me any water.
Oh my God, Paul Kelly, could you get Hughie Legget a glass of water before I get him?
Do you want some of this?
No, I'm grand. So come here, yeah.
Ari,
so like, even though like,
get Hughie a glass of water, please.
Even though like,
Here.
You're talking about being around with your friends or being in a different group, but you're still the funny person. But you were always that funny person when you were around us.
Yeah.
Nothing ever changed. You know what I mean? So I think, I'm not saying that you're confusing yourself with something else, but you do have the confidence. You just think it's something different.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because you were always the same person in that group with 25 people, having the laugh, having the crack, but you're still the exact same person, having the crack with us. You know what I mean?
Just
so I always see.
Pounds lighter.
Yeah, I see the same person there and the same person there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's just because I know you. You know what I mean? Or you just.
Yeah.
But I'm not being a jerk, but you're probably mixing something up that, or you just don't think
maybe
it.
Maybe I am, but like. The amount of people that would say to me, God, you're so confident. I don't know what I am. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
What can you do? It is what it is.
But like, I do think, I do think...
He's parched.
I'm joking.
I do think he's right in what you're saying, Natalie, that like, sometimes some people overcompensate. I don't think you've ever had to, but you, we don't think you did, but you obviously do think you did.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I guess... Like it is different for you know, I'm not saying people that are bigger, you know, to get into like, you know, because they may not have the confidence.
Yeah.
But you were always that way anyways, you know what I mean? So you weren't trying to fit in because you were always in and there, you know what I mean?
Maybe I was just having a different picture in my head.
But
like, do you know what I mean?
Do you think that you always had to be that person?
Yeah.
But are you be like, all right, I have to be the good person, I have to be the funny person, because if I don't be, they're going to just look at me as a big girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think you're crazy. Yeah,
and I have to tell you, I never hung around you because you're funny. I hung around you because you got free Kit Kats.
Did you?
Well, I got them free. Home I paid for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you got them off somebody.
No.
You used to ever go to Natalie's Mars Press and you go in as soon as you go to the right. There'd be 12 boxes of tea bags, 16 pans, 12 bags of sugar, and then you went to the next. Like I never fucking there was never there'd be never short of one thing. I used to have
a whole press just for tea bags. I'd be like, man, I used to hate, even my aunties are like that now. Now when you go to Aldi, it's like 10 tubs of butter. I'm like, oh, like seriously.
It's funny. It's just, and you wouldn't even you wouldn't use that all the time.
But do you know what it is? There'd be so many going in now. My nannies, like the butter, you probably use a tub of butter in a day.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you know what I mean? Like they do.
Even today, is there still so many people going in and out of the house?
And when most kids are over and Paisley and all this down there, like, yeah. Do you know what? I swear to God, my aunties have Paisley ruined. And I mean ruined. Do you know Paisley loves stew? She loves cottage pie. I was in the office the other day and Damo, and I'll show you the picture. Damo texts me 8:20. No, I dropped Paisley at about 6:30, 7:15. 8:20. Look what she's having for her breakfast. A bowl of stew.
Oh. Yeah.
A bowl of stew. The auntie made her some stew at that hour of the morning because she wanted it. I says, what? She said, she wanted it. I did.
Yeah, you know, your family's all like, exactly, your family's all like that. Like, you could turn around and say, you know, I want this. And they'd be like, oh, I'll give you love. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have it, you want to.
They would do anything for the kids. Like, and I was like, well, I won't have time to make her stew at 8:20 in the morning, but like, I don't know about like your ma or your dad, but my aunties would have specific dinners on specific days, and Wednesday and Saturday, definitely Wednesday, sometimes Saturday would be stew day.
Yeah.
But it's definitely Wednesday's stew day. So Paisley loves her stew on a Wednesday. And then you might do a little bit extra just in case you might want it on the Thursday. And then she wants to make a little bowl on a Friday. I'm like, and my auntie would just like me because I would make more like, say, I would give her like, say, chicken wraps and chips or homemade pizza. Or she'd have...
Homemade pizza, did you hear? Or you...
I would. It's only a pizza and a wrap. Like it's nothing fancy. Like I'm not Gordon Ramsay. Like it's just stuff I get off TikTok and all, right? But like I do pasta and all that. But my aunties, we just say we give her food from the ground, so they give her the potatoes and the veg. Because I don't eat potatoes or veg. But when she's down there, she knows she's going to get her shoe. When she's up here, she might, Ma, can I have a chicken wrap?
Right.
You know, and she's talking now like there's no tomorrow. Like, she can't shut her up.
Isn't that great?
That's a good thing, though. Yeah.
Oh, I swear, I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be having a conversation with her.
Right.
She's coming on great with her speech. Like she's calling all my aunties' names. She calls Callum, Evan. She still calls Clayton Bubbler. I don't know why.
Who's Clayton?
Dane's baby. Well, not baby, he's nearly 3 now. Dane has a little boy.
I've no idea.
Did you not know that? Dane has a little boy. I'll show you a picture of him later. Him and Paisley are like that. Yeah.
Who owns Dan?
Rita.
Okay.
Yeah, Rita owns him. But, I just can't shut her up. Honest to God.
Well, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I seen her, Natalie down to I gave her, because my dad had a heart attack 2 weeks ago. And I put her on the phone to the ambulance.
Yeah, I had to ring them. I was like, I'm ringing on behalf of my father and gave the address and all. He was like, there's already an ambulance here. I was like, yeah, it's on the way. I thought this was disgraceful. And he turned around and goes, he's in the queue. I was in the queue for what? And he's like, for the ambulance. I said, well, do you know how long it's going to be? We've no idea. We've no ambulance. It's not that we've no ambulance. They're all hell up in the hospitals. And I said, he's having a heart attack. I know, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. I was like, Margaret, he was, that's disgraceful. He's tell him he's having a heart attack. I'm not saying that, Margaret. I said, is there any way you can give me even an idea? No, we know it's serious. Well, then send an ambulance. Like, for Christ's sake, like, it was so scary.
No, thank God he was all right. Jesus
I know, I seen him the
Christ.
next day come back from the post office, from the chemist. I was like, Jerry Jervis, what you do now? Get me a prescription. I was like,
What happened to him? Did he have a heart attack?
Yeah. So he keeled over.
And he was out the next day?
No, it was 2 days.
No,
later. He keeled over and they called an ambulance. But I was saying, my mum rang me. So I drove down, and as I was driving down, there was a cardiac arrest force responder coming down behind me. And I said to my ma, here they are now. And she said, no, that's Dave. What's his name? Bryant? What's his name?
Bryant, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Dave. I think I was saying the wrong name. But Bryant, she was like that. Bryant. And I said, I'm going over to him to ask him to come in to see me dad. She goes, don't, to stay at the sitting room.
I know, isn't that funny, isn't it?
It might save his life, but no, wait for a minute.
She goes,
where's Hughie when you need him?
Let me clean up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait a few minutes, will I?
Yeah, and she goes, but even bring him into the garden. And here was Matt, will you stop? Like, you know what I mean? But
nobody would be looking at that like that at that time.
But he came over in fair play. He stayed with him till the ambulance came, and then he went. But then they did stents, and then they did stents and balloons, and they'd no bed for him, so they had to let him home straight away. And the next morning, then Julie Hannah rings me. She goes, your dad's in Northside Shopping Centre doing the shopping. I rang me Matt. I says, Matt, my dad's in Northside. I know. I woke up this morning, my tummy wasn't well, not feeling great, so we had to go do it for me. I was like, to see you, if anything happens to that man, you are going to find yourself in big trouble. But you not think that with the courts is changing so much. You're still in it, Natalie.
I'm still there, yeah. I'm there for life.
Are you?
For now. I won't get a mortgage now with a dependent. Do you know what I mean? And the age.
You never know.
Would you move out of it?
Not right now. I feel like I'm leaving my ma behind.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like, would you sell it to a family member?
If it was to stay in the family, yeah. Like, I would picture, this is what I'm picturing, right, in years to come. Paisley, obviously the house be horse, and maybe me getting a granny flat somewhere, or an old folks home, the Glen, or something. Well, like, no, I'm just
There's an
picturing.
extension on the house, you'll be in that?
Well, do you know what, like,
Is there an extension of the house?
yeah.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Bedroom, yeah.
Yeah,
Ma's bedroom, me and Paisley are in there now at the moment, but like, what I could do is I could convert that into a little, like, because I could separate that and I could make that a little granny flat and Paisley have the house, do you know what I mean? But like, you don't know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? But like, I can't see myself leaving there anytime soon.
No.
At all. No. I genuinely, I would feel, my man's only gone 9 years, I genuinely feel like I'd leave her behind. Do you know what I mean? So no. I'm saying, same point.
So do you miss Natalie?
Do I miss Natalie? Yeah, I do miss her. I
feel like you mean it.
Right,
What do you miss about him?
Just like the laughs we used to have, like, and
We did have some laughs.
we did.
We did,
No, I have to
we
say,
did.
like, drive around in my car, like, and
I own
he's
it.
my little passenger princess. Remember, like, we used to have some laughs.
Yeah.
Like, you say, what are you doing? Like, come on, we jump in the car and we go somewhere, like, and we'd be driving around and...
We'd discover a bag of chips somewhere.
Yeah.
I have
Bag
the
of chips
scares.
in the car and... Yeah.
That's the scares.
It's just, like, just stupid little things. Like, even just lying on the sofa. Like, I photographed of us lying on my sofa that Evan took of us. And we're just pissing ourselves laughing. What we're laughing at, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're just lying there. You know, just little things. Like, I remember the night of my Debs, I came home and...
Who'd you go to your Debs with?
Aidan Harris.
Aidan Harris. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Hughie. Who'd you go to your Debs with?
I didn't go, my Debs. I went
You
to two
You
of the
did.
Debs.
You were in
did
a suit,
bring
and
somebody,
Derek
you did.
Knowles was in a suit. The two of yous were in suits. No, where are you? Do you not remember that, Natalie?
I know we did go, yeah.
Well, I don't remember Derek Knowles at that Deb. That's 100%. 100%
What
Derek
school
Knowles
did you go
again.
to?
I went to Belcamp College.
Did you not go to Tech?
No.
No, I did go to the Tech for 1 year, but then I left because I didn't like it. But I went to Belcamp College, and then I went to the Tech. So I went to I didn't go on my Deb, so I think I was going to go, but I didn't go.
So we're making up stories, maybe.
No, she's right. She is right. I did ask her to go, but I ended up like not going on it. Because
Okay, and on that note, we leave it there, guys. I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk to the two of you and just see, like, after all those years of friendship,
I know.
Where he
Still
is.
there. And it just goes to show, like, you know, you might not see each other from one end of the year to the next, but, like, it's like you just pick up where you left off, don't you?
Well, I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, like that, it goes without saying, like, you know, like, I don't think I could just not talk to, I don't know, I couldn't see myself not talking to someone that I didn't, I grew up with, like, I still talk to, like, everybody that I grew up with, you know,
Except
all
for
my
me.
friends. Well, that's because you live miles away.
No, but me and you have to make an effort. I have to follow you back on Instagram.
Follow me back?
You follow me.
I do follow you.
Do I follow you back?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you post on Instagram?
I haven't, do you know what? I was only saying that, like,
Are you a
couple of
Facebook
days.
person?
No, I'm not a Facebook. I love Instagram and I love like scrolling through it and stuff. But I haven't posted anything on Instagram in a long time. And I was only looking at it today and be like, do you know what? I need to start posting because I have 2 Instagram accounts. I've one for my work, you know, so I post it up because I'm like, I follow other plumbers and other electricians and whatever people
Do you
in the
follow me on
trades.
that?
Do I follow you on Instagram? Yeah.
On both accounts?
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably. So yeah.
Do I follow you back on Instagram?
You better. You do.
But yeah, I need to start. I was only saying, like, you know, all the stuff that's been going on the last few like weeks, and you know, I'll start. But I need to.
Yeah, just to keep in contact, because like that's the thing. Like everyone just be like, people send stuff to my Facebook page, and I'm like, lads, I'm never on Facebook. Like,
Yeah, I'm never on it.
don't send.
I mean, I
anything there.
scroll. I don't post on it, but I'm just like, I'll scroll to see what's happening.
Memories and it's like Natalie is watching the Kardashians.
I don't do
I'm
that.
like, oh my god! I'm
God.
like, gonna have like 3 likes or something, and I'm like, Scarlet. So embarrassing.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, come here now before we go. Can I do a shout out?
Oh yeah. Go on, do your shout.
It's all right. I want to just, because my sister says she loves you. She loves this. When she's walking to work, she listens. So I want to say a big hello to my sister Lucille Legget. When you're out there, I love you to bits. Yeah, Lucille Legget call.
Yeah.
And then there was one of the girls I used to work with in. No, it was a company called MasterChef. But you posted something and she was like, "You're friends with Rebecca Kelly?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know her. Yeah." She's like, "Oh my god," I'm always on her. Like, I was like, "No," but her name is Addie Butler.
Okay.
And yeah, so hey Addie, she loves you. She loves you.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Addie.